our tormentors to come and join us in APC because we are in a political party, we are taking a very serious exception to that. Okay. Like the sheriff himself, because I'm an APC man, he refused to pay me compensation, and he paid compensation to his kids and canes.
Okay.
The offense I committed was because I'm an APC member. So not until that is unraveled, that must be unraveled, before there will be an acceptability of sheriff and his courts. They are political combos.
Okay.
What are they hiding?
Okay, Prince.
Asiwaju does not need sheriff to win an election.
Okay, Prince.
There is freedom of movement, freedom of speech, freedom of association. So it is through that window, sheriff and his cohorts can be accepted in APC. But I want to make something clear here. The young man you mentioned, Festus Koyemo, we are not comfortable with the fact that he's upset with bi-location. One, as the Minister for Aviation, and two, as a leader in APC Delta State. Himself and
Prince
Omo Agege.
Okay, Princess Eselemo.
I want to go through some historical records.
I fully understand. Unfortunately, our time is very constrained, so we want to deal with the meat of the matter. The meat of the matter, from your preamble, sounds like the newcomers you have are not entirely welcome. It sounds like they're receiving a bit of a fiery reception and not such a warm welcome. Are you disgruntled that it seems that APC is becoming a bandwagon for all those who wish to partake? Or do you think there should be more of a thorough screening process? Should APC even reject some people and say, no, you cannot join us, you don't qualify for the caliber that we expect here?
The constitution of this country permits anybody to be associated with anybody, and anybody can come in. You see, we have leadership crisis in Delta State. And it is because of the bone picking between Omo Agege and Festus Koyemo. We have not been able to derive that phenomenon that will see a leader who is a blend of courage and hope, who is selfless and determined, and above all, incorruptible. I have not found that in the leadership of Delta, that is in the leadership of APC Delta. So what is happening right now? The people who feel that they are leaders of the party, led by Koyemo, and another group led by Omo Agege. I mean, you can give it to Omo Agege. He has consolidated in terms of followership in the leadership of APC Delta. We are not saying that they will not be accepted, but it must be conditional. Like Festus was saying, Festus, who has gone to the citadel of his profession as a senior advocate of this country, is telling the whole country that, what's his name, Sheriff can come in unconditional. And that anywhere Sheriff goes, we will follow Sheriff. What does that mean? That Sheriff wants to lead me, myself who struggled, who fought for democracy alongside with people like Falana, Gani Faremi, even the late Manta, we leverage on his patronage, the late Alfred Rewane, a Trojan per excellence, with the leadership of Asiwaju, and somebody is telling me that Sheriff will direct me anywhere anywhere Sheriff wants to go to. Festus Koyemo is telling me that Sheriff should lead me into corruption, into an area of no life support, then I will accept that. So that tells you the moral deficit in the leadership of APC itself. So it's for us. So we have every cause to complain of the conduct of the leadership of APC.
Okay.
And now that PDP is coming in, are they coming in with their baggages?
Okay.
As far as I'm concerned, Sheriff is a liability.
Okay, Prince.
It's a liability.
Prince.
If we are inheriting the liability, let them say so.
Prince.
If APC is going to pay back the $450 billion naira owed by PDP at the expense of fellow Deltans,
Prince.
let them say so.
Prince.
There is one thing I want to get clear here. Not until Sheriff rights the wrong, because the offense people like us have committed, and some other people, is because we are APC members. We were attacked by Sheriff, our lands were grabbed, compensation not paid, property is demolished, like the property of one of our APC members. That is because we are on the opposition as APC members. Now we are seeing Sheriff, who have done so much damage to APC members in our midst. What an unfortunate brother.
Okay. Can you hold on, Prince? Are you aware that the same Sheriff Defection, the governor of Delta State, has met with the president, the leader of your party, and he has accepted him with open arms. Are you aware that your party, APC, has been calling on other people to come and join the APC, and that there's been some kind of triumphalism within your party? In fact, your national chairman, Dr. Abdullahi Ganduje, has been jubilating that more and more people are welcome, either from NMPP or from PDP or from anywhere. But here you are in Delta State saying that APC doesn't want more people, and APC doesn't want Sheriff Defection, governor of Delta State. However, the question I want to ask you, you mentioned Prince Nduka Obagbena. After you have said, oh, you will indemnify, just hold on, that you will indemnify Arise News. Fine. But Obagbena is our own. So, what are you exactly saying about him? He's not a politician. He's a businessman and a journalist. So, what is all this thing about, including Nduka Obagbena? I need a clarification on that score. Otherwise, we may be the one to sue you for maligning the reputation of the chairman of Arise News.
My interest is on Arise News to some extent because of the fundamental sacrifice we made that is now the calling of our time. At that time, all journalists, all print medias, electronic medias, the owners were on the run. Who were the people that were in charge? It was the Gestapo regime of Abacha. I can tell you, while I was in detention in DMI, Senator Duru Jaye was my cellmate, Whiskey of Tel was there, Umba of Tempo was there, and your chairman, the Duke himself, Nduka Obagbena, was brought there. He was there for about 2 weeks before he had his freedom. That's what the fundamental sacrifice of people like the Duke. Because they don't make noise does not mean. Of recent, Femi Falana told his stories when the book launch of IBB was executed. The former vice president was alleging that the present president was not dining with his tormentors. IBB did not torment Asiwaju. It was Abacha that tormented Asiwaju. And Asiwaju, as I speak to you, was arrested by Biu, Police Officer Biu. He retired as the Deputy Inspector General of Police. He's that same man that also arrested your chairman. And Asiwaju at that time was being faulted by us because he was sent to jail alongside your chairman. And Asiwaju jumped bail. They were saying he was a coward, no. But we later understood that he fought from the diaspora. And the democracy that we enjoy today, that we end today, was as a result of that coalition, that fundamental commitments of our heroes past and our present heroes. Like your chairman, I would like to repeat, the Duke himself. And that should be the calling of our time. If Asiwaju forget so soon, the victory is not the victory of Asiwaju emerging as the president of this country. Are you there? It's not incumbent on its emergence. Yes, it's not incumbent on its emergence as the president of this country. It's incumbent on the collective aspiration, including your chairman, Femi Falana, even the Shawara himself, then in the youth wing, as a student union leader, the Kokoris, the Collins Eselemo, the Buba Galadima, the Shehu Sani, the president himself, Wale Soyinka. I can name but a few, but for time factor, let me condescend and go seriously to the specifics. And not until I've cleared that of the Duke himself. At a point, the Lagos governor, when Duke visited with the Oba of Benin to the Lagos governor, I could hear the Lagos governor saying, the fear of the Duke himself is the beginning of wisdom. That statement was pregnant by the present governor of Lagos State when the Oba of Benin and your chairman visited him. That statement is pregnant, and the man knows why he did that.
Okay, Prince.
So these are people who fought with Asiwaju, who is now the president of this country, and you are bringing our tormentors to come and join us in APC because we are in a political party. Okay. We are taking a very serious exception to that. Okay. Like the sheriff himself grabbed my land because I'm an APC man. He refused to pay me compensation, and he paid compensation to his kids and canes.
Okay.
The offense I committed was because I'm an APC member. So not until that is unraveled, that must be unraveled before there will be an acceptability of Sheriff and his cohorts. They are political combos.
Okay.
What are they hiding?
Okay, Prince.
Asiwaju does not need Sheriff to win an election.
Okay, Prince.
Asiwaju doesn't need Sheriff to win an election.
Okay, Prince.
Sheriff is inconsequential. But in as much as we have accepted him, he should right the wrongs. And the president should take note that there are so many injuries meted on APC members in Delta State by Sheriff himself. And that needs to be unraveled.
Okay, Prince.
The Koyama angle is inconsequential.
Prince.
Koyama angle is inconsequential.
Okay.
Other angles are inconsequential.
Princess Solomon, thank you very much. We're running out of time. And OGOP is already waiting. And the fear of OGOP is the beginning of wisdom. So we need to save time. Thank you very much indeed for joining.